For 2022, Yamaha have finally given the awesome YZ125 a big update. We've already had the bike on the dyno, so we know that the new machine has made some gains over the previous model. Although out of the crate, the YZ125 still isn't quite the fastest steed in the class, but she does have a lot of potential. So in this video, we're on a mission to unlock that potential and turn the new generation 2022 YZ125 into a certified rocket ship. We've hooked up with one of the UK's top two-stroke technicians, Roland Shaw, to give you guys some tips on how to get a little more power from your tiddler. As we know, in the 125 class, small gains can mean a lot, so we've got some simple mods you can make as well as some more technical tips as well. Our test rider today will be Rob Holyoake. He'll be on track comparing Roland's modded race bike to his standard practice bike, and of course we'll be doing a lap time showdown. We'll be able to see exactly how much we're gaining with these mods, and Rob will be able to tell us exactly where we are gaining it. Just gotta love a YZ125. You guys know I love them. I've got one at home myself, and now everyone can get a taste of the blue juice thanks to Monster Energy Supercross, the official video game 5. As you might know, Monster Energy Supercross, the official video game 5, is out now for PC, Xbox and PlayStation, and they're kindly sponsoring some videos on our channel to help get the word out. So if you didn't know, this is the official video game for the AMA Supercross series, featuring all the official teams, riders and tracks from the 2021 season. There's brand new gameplay and a whole host of cool new features, including two strokes and the YZ125, that we'll be telling you more about in the coming weeks. Like I said, the game is out now. I've included some links in the description down below where you can go and pick yourself up a copy, and they're also running some cool competitions where you might be able to win a copy, so be sure to check out those links. A big shout out goes to Monster Energy Supercross, the official video game 5, for sponsoring this video, helping us make kick-ass content, and for including two strokes in the game. Now let's find out about these two-stroke tips. Okay, so here we are with the mastermind himself, Roland Shaw, who's we know from the videos, he's helped us in many videos before, and he's the guy that's been kind of developing and tinkering with the new 2022 YZ125. Roland, it's fair to say that you said in the dyno video that we did that it's one of the nicest two-stroke engines you've ever come across, right?
Yeah.
So just tell us what you've actually done to the race bike here that Rob's trying out today.
So far, because we're sort of mid-term with the development of this, so at the moment, tested with different lengths of con rods, and I'm finding that 110mm rod standard, we've gone up to a 113. That's bringing the meat of our game really, so we're getting a lot more torque. It's no better as far as peak horsepower is concerned, and it probably has lost a couple hundred RPM, but the bottom end mid-range and the way the bike makes meters, so it really does plough on much better with it. So that's what we've done. Been looking at the cylinders, looking at different ideas. Do I try and sort of boost up more rev and things like that? So at the moment it's a VHM head, which again we're doing more for a reliability point of view, keeping the heat out of the engine. We've not really gone aggressive with the combustion chambers at the moment, just really reliability and track testing and working with Rob with what we've got, and then we will start to fettle with ignitions and port timings and so forth. That's all going to start next week. So at the moment we've got a bike we can go racing with. The bike that you'll see go around here today has got a polished gearbox and a longer con rod and a piston to match that. At the moment the current cylinder head that we're running is more about reliability than it is about performance, so you know there's nothing in that. And the ignition timing, again, it's a little bit nicer in the way the engine goes into the over rev, but there's no big shakes with that. That's development to come. So whilst we're running those parts for reliability testing, you know, keep running the ignitions, get some hours on that, make sure everything's all as we expect it to be. The other thing I have done with this particular bike at this point is that I've fitted a 38mm oval board carburetor, round board out to 39.5, which hasn't got a power jet or TPS, because it's much easier for me to turn and work with that carburetor if I'm changing jets quite a lot while we're developing. So that's where we're at now.
And obviously it's got the pipes on it as well.
Oh yeah, of course. Yeah,
which is
that's
your standard issue for you as you go as you get a new bike.
Yeah, we do that. We start with that. Yeah.
So you've seen the kind of the gains on the dyno, what that development has done to the bike, and we're here today at the track to see how that affects performance in a muddy field near Kings Lynn.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Okay, so Rob Holyoake is on track at the moment on his own bike, his practice bike, which, Roland, is a 2022 YZ125 with a VHM head, GYTR front pipe, HTS rear pipe. Other than that, stock standard, nothing's been messed with inside.
No.
So he's out there at the moment, he's about to set a base lap time on this bike before we get the race bike out to see what difference your changes make on track. So we'll tell you about that bike in a second. First I need to get my clock out. Here we go. I say clock, by the way. Ooh, 150.
Yeah.
150 dead pretty much, so that's a hot lap, to be fair. Getting you entered for the weekend.
GP?
Yeah, no, EMX 125, bud.
I need to be 10 years younger. Yeah.
We'll get you some like moisturising
I
cream,
need a
mate.
good-
Give you a shave,
Good shave,
and we'll get you
what I need.
entered on Rob's practice bike, the stock bike, 150.02. So pretty much 150 dead. Let's get him on the race bike and see what he can do on this modded, race-tuned YZ125 2022 model. So let's do it. Let's get him on that bike. Game on. Let's see what the race bike can do. What's different about this bike to the one he's just ridden?
Okay, so it's not a there's been some good development work done with a longer conrod in there. So we've got a longer conrod and a piston which is not necessarily a performance piston, but it's in there because the design of it works with the longer rod. So we keep the port timing correct, but we're running with a 113mm rod. For ease of jetting and so forth, I've fitted a board out non-power jet, non-TPS carburetor on it. What we're looking at here is we are testing a long rod and a slightly bored out carburetor.
So if you don't know Rob Holyoake, he's a very experienced two-stroke rider, spent 7 seasons riding the EMX 250 two-stroke series, so one of the most experienced two-stroke racers in this country, in Europe as well. So he knows what he's talking about when it comes to two-stroke motocross bikes, and he's racing for Roland this year in a couple of different 125 championships, so that's why they're developing this race bike. You'll be a happy boy. Faster.
On 47.09.
Yeah.
You have to go again, mate. You have to go again.
48?
Yeah, 48, right. 2 seconds quicker.
Thank Christ for that. that means I can drive home now where I haven't strung up somewhere. That's good.
I still reckon there's another second in it. Do you want to try again? We need to shoot some more.
Yeah.
I can jump that a bit further?
Yeah.
You seem gassed, mate. Right, so here we are, Rob Holyoake, we've just seen ripping out on track today. I said earlier, Rob, it's safe to say that you're a two-stroke expert, 7 seasons riding the EMX 250 two-stroke championship.
Yeah.
So safe to say you know what you're talking about when it comes to two-stroke motocross bikes. Now today we've been testing the new hardcore race tune YZ125, the 2022 model, and we compared it to your standard issue 2022 as well.
Yeah.
So just tell us what you found on track. Obviously Roland's seen the grass on the dyno, so he knows what he was expecting, but how did that translate on track?
On track it was a little bit more everywhere, to be honest. It's the same power curve, just more of it everywhere really. Little bit more top end, and I think it just runs cleaner overall, just all the way through the range. The power curve's good anyway, so you just want a bit more to try and keep up with them orange bikes.
Yeah. And I think we've seen that the changes that Roland's done. Obviously he saw the effects on the dyno graph, but we put the stopwatch on today and you knocked 2 seconds off your lap time, didn't you?
Well, when I went out on my bike, I was a little bit worried that I was not going to be able to beat it, but as soon as I got on the race bike, I realised it's just straight line speed. It's a big difference. You notice it. You can just you can gauge it by the trees going past you, the speed they're going.
So you said that all the way through the curve, it just feels a bit meatier. But
Yes.
do you have to change the way you ride the bike?
If any, you do have to change the way you ride it, but not in a bad way. You don't have to compensate, so you can leave it. There was the one corner over the back, I was leaving it in 3rd gear, whereas on my bike I was 2nd then 3rd.
So you can ride a bit more efficient, maybe.
Yeah. And
So like in a race situation, that's better.
More gear changes is, gear changes time, isn't it?
Yeah.
So it makes a difference.
So then the $1 million question, I think I know the answer. You'll be lining up in a few weeks' time for the first race of the season.
Yeah.
Which bike are you going to choose?
I'll be on the race bike, won't I?
Race bike. Every time?
It's called the race bike.
Yeah.
We're riding it.
Thanks for riding with us today, Rob. We
worries.
really enjoyed working with you. Starting that out on the bike, launching that stall over there has made my day for sure.
I had to grow some balls and do it. Once it was in my head, I had to.
I heard you mention it, and then I think it was like 5 laps later I saw you pull the trigger.
Yeah.
It was pretty cool to watch. But anyway, yeah, thanks for doing this today with us, and thanks to Roland for letting Rob tread his bikes this year and for us to come and film it. If you enjoyed this video and you want to see more, be sure to like, share and subscribe, and tell us in the comments what you want to see us do next. Till next time though, his name's Rob, I'm Max. Catch you on the track. So Rob will be racing the Service Amateur National Championship this year in the 125 class. Let us know in the comments down below if you want us to join Rob for a day or a weekend as he hunts for some podiums, right?
I hope so.
Let us know in the comments if you want to see us follow Rob for a weekend. How old are you now?
25.
Roland was way off, mate.
How old does he think I am?
Roland reckoned you were born in 1987.
Hey?
78 to start with.
1996.
Yeah, so you're younger than me. I'm 95.
Oh, okay.
Where the hell did he get 1987 from?
1987.
He thinks you're 30, mate.
Yeah, 30 odd.
Hey Roland, you're getting in trouble.
I know I look old, but not that old. Christ.
He's younger than Max. Somehow, when were you born?
1996.
No, 96.
Yeah. 1986.
96.